Hello everyone, thank you for joining us on another video. Today we're going to take a look at Through the Decades, the collectible market. So join us for this toy hunt and let's check out and see what they have inside. Alright, so we found this place kind of on accident, so we thought we'd check it out, make a little video, and maybe a toy hunt. Once we got in, it wasn't quite what we were expecting. It's more of a gaming place for like role-playing gaming, but they do have a large selection of video games, and we checked out the video games first, so I highly recommend this place for if you're looking for retro games, because there was tons of retro games available at this place. And I'm not sure if this place was, I thought it was like more kind of like a vendor's mall, like where there was different vendors set up in booths and cases and stuff. And I'm not sure if that's the case here, or if this is just the people that run the gaming stuff, that this is what they have for sale, or if there's individual people selling stuff here. But they did have some cases set up, and it almost looked like maybe not everything was set up yet. Maybe, I don't know how long this place has been there. But here you can see some cool NES games. Pretty good selection of those.
Yeah, and they had a whole bunch of modern games too, like PlayStation, like PS3, PS4.
There's the Super Nintendo games, and if you're in the Louisville, Kentucky area, this place is right off Hurstbourne Lane in one of the shopping centers there, across from Malibu Jack's. So if you're looking for some older games, I mean, they might have it. They had a good selection of PlayStation games there, PS1 games.
PS2 up there. And then over here we got PS3. They didn't have any games particularly that I was looking for, though. And there's PS4. And it's just kind of like your just like common games that you just see. There's Xbox over there, Xbox 360 and Xbox One, and original Xbox.
And then there was a whole wall of Pops for sale, a large selection of Pops.
And that's pretty common at places like this. They tend to usually have like a huge wall of Pops that nobody really wants to buy anymore. And they just have these things in the middle. Here's their Black Series collection or selection.
Yeah, everything was kind of randomly placed. There wasn't really any rhyme or reason of where things were. So like there was like this thing here with some Black Series figures hanging on it. Then there was some on the shelves and stuff. So just a random assortment, I believe. And again, we don't know if this was like different vendors setups, or if this was just all for sale by this place, this gaming place. And we were kind of thrown off by the name of the place, Through the Decades, the collectible market. So we thought the whole place was kind of like a vendor type place that was, you know, different vendors were set up in there.
There's some Power of Force and some more just random stuff.
But we love checking out places like this because you never know what you'll find. You might find some good treasures, some awesome figures, and then sometimes you might. Now, Alex found a cool lightsaber there.
It's I think it's Ahsoka's lightsaber, but I think it's from Galaxy's Edge, or it could be like a NeoPixel. But yeah, they had a few lightsabers here, like Yoda's, Force FX.
Unfortunately, none of them had batteries in them, so we couldn't really, you know, turn them on and test them out for the video. But
there was also a Savi's Workshop lightsaber that somebody had made that was sitting in there in the case that I got out later, which I don't think we showed in the video. There's a cool speeder bike there, Power of the Jedi. It's like a 12-inch. And then here's some of those statues that they used to release a while ago.
Yeah, those die-cast statues. Yeah, the 40th anniversary Star Wars had a nice line of those, and then I guess they made some sequel trilogy stuff, then they quit making them.
And some modern day stuff, and then just like a bunch of stuff thrown around.
Yeah, very, very unorganized, unfortunately, but
$40 for this Clone Trooper Lieutenant. I mean, that's a bit steep, especially because Ollie's had them one time for $2.99.
Yeah, we found one at Ollie's for $2.99, but we never saw any more, so that was kind of a weird find at Ollie's, and that was formerly a Walgreens exclusive. Now here we have a Terminator exoskeleton.
Looks like it's loose in the box. And a bunch of like random NECA and stuff like that. There's Ash.
Bruce Campbell, classic Bruce Campbell from Evil Dead.
A bunch of like random NECA and stuff like that. Spawn and
Yeah, you can kind of see where things were kind of organized, but I don't know if it just they weren't completed yet, or if it just got
mangled,
messed up with people going through there and throwing stuff around.
There's a Force FX Luke's lightsaber from Return of the Jedi. And over here there's their selection of G.I. Joe, which is somewhat organized, I guess. A random King Kong in the middle there, though.
And a nice selection of Super 7 figures. And these were weren't overly priced, which was surprising. I think they were like the same. I think they were the same price as retail, or they might be cheaper. I can't make out the price on the screen now, but from what I remember, they were decent priced.
So Transformers, which is again somewhat organized there.
I love the retro packaging on those little mini statue figures.
There's some Super 7. Yeah.
This was interesting. This is figures from Goldfinger. I think these were made back in the 90s. I actually remember seeing these at Toys R Us back then.
Pretty cool.
Nice set there with James Bond, Goldfinger, and Oddjob. Here's a look at the back of the packaging.
Yeah, Aston Martin. Some more Star Wars in a case here.
Legacy collection. That's really cool.
And there's Broken Vader from everyone's favorite YouTube channel.
Jeep model kit from Mork and Mindy. That was kind of cool. You don't see that every day.
More Pops. Typical. There's always Pops everywhere you go. There's tons of them everywhere.
Some Smurf collectibles. That was kind of interesting to see this big set of Smurfs. And then a bunch of shelves of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles down there.
They had some of those boxes that GameStop always gets there from the movies. There's a Fortress Maximus Transformers. And here's some big thing with a bunch of Hot Wheels on it. Pretty cool, some older Hot Wheels in here.
Some comic books and some graded comic books.
And here's their Marvel Legends selection here. Just like the Black Series selection. It's figures that everybody kind of has, you know. Everybody don't really want anymore. Some peg warmers.
Yeah, it's like a lot of these you can find at Ollie's now. Looks like more Marvel stuff. There's a Diamond Select, Captain America, Batman, Joker. And then we're getting into the DC stuff. Pretty good selection of DC figures at this place.
The random models there. And here's their Legos. You know, always gotta have Legos.
Yeah, I think there was 2 full aisles of Lego stuff. So that wraps up all the collectibles they had. If you're in the area, please check this place out. It's kind of cool. You never know what you're going to find. I hope you enjoyed our video. Alex, take us out.
May the force be with you always.